Hi Mayank, welcome to my home. So this is the living room with a lot of natural light.
I like that you have like 3 big windows in the living room.
Yeah,
It's
that
really
was
nice.
a prerequisite. This is where I stand and reflect about my day, eat my mangoes. You can see peak of Eiffel Tower. That's not substantially.
Oh yeah, that's true. You can see it over there, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. This is my reading space.
Okay.
And reading, writing, poetry space. Currently, I'm reading in 3 languages. I'm reading in English, en français, and in Bangla.
And then you have like a TV situation.
TV situation and a tiny painting which I made a year before.
Oh, you made this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, sunsets.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, you will see some paintings here and there. So as when I was trying to understand Impressionism, and this is an interesting book. When I traveled to Portugal by a Portuguese photographer. I love photography. So basically this house is house of people. So not just for me, and so you can see people everywhere. My best friend, my neighbors, childhood photo of my boyfriend Airy. And I like to write menu, and this was the last menu.
So these menus are for when people visit you?
When people visit, or just to give them an introduction of Indian cuisine.
And so like when people come over, you just like give them the menu?
Give them the menu. I was like, you're at a good place.
Okay, that's awesome. That's so cool.
This is somewhere I can keep the wine safe.
Okay.
And recipe books also. These are the first painting I made after moving in the apartment. And you would also see that I'm quite comfortable with open spaces. And I remember my mom used to have a lot of open spaces, and I would ask her to decorate, and I used to be angry and say, Mom, you behave as if it's not your home. You are a tenant and your landlord is going to kick you out anytime. So you need to pack your bags. But you know what? Sometimes you become like your parents.
Is this like extendable or something like that?
You can make it smaller actually. I love coffee. So we have a coffee machine here. This is not necessary. And this is where I make pancakes for my friends. Sometimes I host morning brunch. So my boyfriend is a neighbor and he loves to make cocktails. So this is something he's making.
This is so perfect because like you can sit here right next to the window to like drink your coffee, and it must be amazing in the morning.
That's the idea. Yeah, in the morning you get the sunlight inside.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So this is my AP's corner, and you will see that everything is in French. Here, coriander, biryani spice, not ginger but gingembre, because the spice management Pierrick does, and he's like, that's my job to sort of write all of it. And you have a huge chili powder.
Oh.
Here, and yeah, so we almost have all different spices, and yeah, by the way, from my tour to Kashmir, I got real kesar.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's good for your skin, digestion, and all of it. So I got
Amazing.
10 of them. Actually, have a lot of biryani spices and
Oh,
all of it.
so those are spices.
Yeah,
okay,
there
that's
are.
what I
Yeah,
thought.
those are spices
Amazing.
actually.
And I also like how it's split between these 2 sections. You know, where like this is like the water section where you have like a fridge and your washing machine and all this, and then this is where you cook. Okay, that's really nice.
Yeah, I know it's quite European, but to give a flavor of Indianness, I got this guy with lungi that reminds me of my dad. And you have a bit of, I think it's Rajasthani art. So these 2 balls.
Oh,
So I
that's so
usually
pretty.
serve some sauces for pasta.
Really pretty.
So this is quite clean. There's not a lot of thing because we're going to the second part, which is...
Hey, before we go any further, I wanted to take a moment to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Busuu. I remember the first day when I was in Paris back in 2016, 6 years ago. I got stuck and ended up taking 3 hours to get to some place which should have taken me 90 minutes to get to. And this was because some of the trains weren't working and nobody would help me in English. It was incredibly frustrating. And if you've ever visited Paris or if you live here, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you've ever tried opening a bank account or getting health insurance, you'll really know what I'm talking about. So while that doesn't happen to me so often anymore, thankfully, I still find it hard to talk about complex topics at work or with my French friends. Basically, there's many holes in my French knowledge. That's why I like Busuu, because it has bite-sized lessons, all the way from A1 to B2 in French and 13 other languages, including English. Since the lessons are so small, I don't have to commit 3 hours every single time I want to learn French, which was the case when I was taking classes classes before. This is very, very helpful when you have a tight schedule, for example, if you're studying your masters or if you're working full-time like me. And they even have lessons on specific topics, like this one on marketing vocabulary that I find really, really useful. And the best part, with Busuu Premium, I can even download the lessons on my phone to watch them offline. This is helpful when I want to make the most of a long metro ride or when I'm traveling in a train or a plane, for example. Check out Busuu with the link in the description down below. You can sign up and start learning for free and try out the Busuu Premium free trial for 7 days. Alright, let's get back into the apartment tour.
Second part, which is where the bedroom plus studio blends.
Oh wow. Oh, this is so beautiful.
This beautiful lady is new. It's two days old, by the way. I had a lot of memories of traveling in Kashmir and I could not sleep, so I had to put it out.
Your entire house has like a blue theme
It has.
going
It
on,
does.
which is really nice. Like a blue and orange.
And this is, by the way, finger painted. The entire thing is done with finger. This one is actually the third part of the two tiny paintings.
I like how you've like organized everything using
Yes.
this. Like, where did you get this thing from?
This one is from IKEA, you know. These I was doing, this is a collection of mine I was doing while I was in. So this is my closet.
Cool.
And I have my, this is where I have a bit of Indian clothes here. I have all my dresses over here and a few accessories here. I am trying to be minimalistic. So every time I buy a piece, I make sure 2 goes out to donation. You have a photo like that. Do you remember?
Yeah, that's true.
So I can understand when you say that you have so much to do and so less time and energy, because
Yeah.
we need to manage energy more than time.
And I see, so this is your bed, and does it have
Very
storage
simple.
as well?
It has a bit storage here and there.
Okay, very cool.
But it's very simple.
Yeah, but I can't get over how beautiful these paintings are. Like,
You
this is
can.
just, this entire gallery wall situation
Yeah.
is just so beautiful.
So here is a bathroom.
Nice. Yeah, it's really huge.
Yeah, so you will have all my beauty secrets over here. And I
Okay.
do a lot of reading because it's a waterproof Kindle while I take baths.
Okay, nice.
Usually. And look at the size as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
I think it's
This is a huge
quite
bathroom.
okay. Yeah.
Like, it's big enough that you can like dry your clothes
Yeah.
in the bathroom itself, which is great.
And also I hang things which my very close friends give. So I have a friend called Irune and she gave this love.
I see that your house and your life, it's like it's so filled with arts and craft.
If there is no art, poetry and colors, that's the time you know that Borni has no brains. I'm out of my mind.
What's the rent that you pay for this place?
So because it's Puteaux, it's a bit far away from Paris. It's like with Ligne, 5 stops you reach Saint-Lazare. It's not that expensive. It's 990 euros at this point.
And how long have you been living here?
I think it's been a year and a half. Before that, I was living in 15th arrondissement in a really tiny apartment, and before that 13th. The favorite thing about living in this apartment is that I can sort of be myself. I have the space. You can see the living room. It's airy and I can host my friends, most importantly, and I have my tiny corners which is nice and quite functional as well. Puteaux is a cute town. My friend Chandni says that when you walk in the lanes of Puteaux, it feels like you're in Italy. And when you walk, there are so many Italian restaurants, old buildings, saffron color, yellow and all of that. So it reminds me of my travel.
And you said that it takes you how long from here to go to Paris?
So I need to go to Saint-Lazare. My office is over there. So I walk 10 minutes from here and I catch line L and it's 20 minutes.
That's so
4
amazing.
stops.
What are some of the things that you don't like about living outside of the city?
That's a very good question. So when we have late night parties, we have to be careful. We need to look into the watch every time. So we had like Fête de la Musique and it was just 1 o'clock and all the metros were shut and we had to take an Uber. But again, it's not a challenge because I'm a boring person. I'll sleep by 11 o'clock, you know. But that's exceptional situation. I'm quite happy living outside. Small bridges.
So beautiful.
So you can add it into your video, you know, what you like about people. This is what I love about it. And you have a cozy corner over there.
This is so amazing. I love this.
Yeah, that's it. It's tiny, short and sweet.
Yeah. I love that.